Well. I see, Gnome Lady, and you survived the scorched earth policy this morning in the first hour, 6 to 7, of Sid Rosenberg, who basically was almost imposing a gag order on you if you would not acknowledge an opinion.
Right.
And you held your line, as you were taught in the School of Journalism at the Connecticut School of Broadcasting, right?
I actually didn't go to the Connecticut School of Broadcasting.
Oh, that was James Flippin,
right?
Oh, you went to Oberlin where they taught you the Anarchist Cookbook, right?
For a short time. I went there. Actually, I got my degree from Emerson College in Boston.
That's right, Emerson, which no justice, no peace, Emerson.
Right, yeah.
So it was some of the most interesting radio I ever saw. You were being cross-examined. You were being put on the grill. You were almost being forced to give an opinion.
Felt that way, yeah.
And I'm telling you, I want you to be a complete journalist here and forget your freaking opinion, because I couldn't give a flying flip.
Well, that was my argument this morning, if you were listening, is that nobody cares what my
Look, I know your background. Matt Drudge was your camp counselor in commie camp, right? I know.
Some of that's true, yeah.
I know. You live in Hudson County up in the Heights in Jersey. I don't even have to ask you. But I want you to do the deep dig because, as you can see, Nancy Sliwa is not with me today.
Right, my favorite Sliwa was not here.
She will be in tomorrow. She's doing a deep dive on what's happening in Clinton Hill, which has 4,500 illegals on one block.
Wow.
That's almost double everything else. Floyd Bennett Field, right?
Where are they? They're in a hotel, or are they?
Well.
Oh, I got to find out, I guess.
Find out.
All right.
But you have a job. Last week, Nancy unearthed in her deep dive a comment made by Eric Adams, swagger man with no plan, on the one island that he lost in the mayoral election, 80-20, to me. Staten Island. He couldn't wait the hell to get out of Huguenot. And because it was a predominantly Roman Catholic crowd, I'm trying to figure out if this is true or this was just to patronize the crowd.
Can't do it next week. I'm going to see the Pope.
Could you play that one more time, Lou Ruffino, please?
Can't do it next week. I'm going to see the Pope.
Huh.
So that was said on Thursday night in Huguenot. I'm going to play cuts from that meeting because, boy, they were on him on the migrant issue, the illegal alien issue. But he threw that out there, and nobody in the press has followed up on that.
So it sounds like, if we to believe him, and that it wasn't just thrown out for nothing, that this week he will fly off to Italy for a meeting with the Pope.
Sure, to figure out how to bring even more illegal aliens into New York City and to get his blessings. He'll probably want a beatification, call me Saint Eric Adams, look at all the illegal aliens, give me your tired, your poor. It's just as the Pope Francis would like it to be, right?
Yeah.
So you need to find out from his mouthpiece, his Minister of Propaganda, Fabian Levy, at City Hall, if in fact this is true, or he just was patronizing the crowd.
Okay, I will email him or call him and see what I can find out.
And one of the battle cries at the City University of New York is they want to go back to the old days when each campus had no tuition, free tuition. In fact, that was one of the many demands made at their rally at CCNY before the cops came in and broke down their encampment.
A people's CUNY with a free tuition and a fair contract. The encampment demands a fully funded, free CUNY that is not beholden to Zionist and imperialist private donors.
First off, CUNY is not free. It's not expensive, but yes. Well, I'm going to explain that momentarily. Yeah. But now I see that one of the Ayatollahs, there are a number of Ayatollahs in Iran, and the president of Iran has actually come forward and said to all of those supporters of ours, if they expel you, if they remove you from your campus, we guarantee we will fly you to Tehran. We will give you the full boat. No tuition whatsoever. And we can protect you from our ministers of virtue fighting vice who may not be prepared to accept your westernized ways. But you're free to come into the University of Tehran, the full boat for free.
Okay, so hold on. I just want to make sure I have this right. So I, as an American, can fly to Tehran, go to the University of Tehran, get room and board, get educated, and it'll all be free.
Free. That's in honor of the demonstrations, and if any of them end up getting expelled, which there's going to be amnesty. They're all going to do
that. They want their money. The paycheck clear.
Should they get expelled, there's a place for them at the University of Tehran, free.
Now, can I ask you this? Because I do have a kid that's in college right now, and I spend a truckload of cash sending him there. Everything, room, board, forget it. This is the reason I show up in the same clothes every single day. He's not necessarily pro-Palestinian, though I maybe could convince him to be. I could send him to the University of Tehran, and he'll go to college tuition free.
Yep. They pay for the flight. They pay for the room and board.
The flight, too?
They pay for the food. They'll give him a little petty cash. All that oil that they sell now, they're flush with cash.
Will they send him home for Thanksgiving?
Not sure of that, but I'm sure just to be able to show that they've got an American who took him up on that offer, all he's got to promise to do is every Friday, after the day of prayer, Juma, when they come pouring out of their mosques, he does not necessarily have to go to the mosque and bow and pray, but he has to join the crowd that always screams in unison, "Death to the little Satan Israel, death to the big Satan America." That's all he's got to do, and he gets a free ride.
So I want to make sure I have this right. The only thing he'd have to do is on Fridays after mosque services are over, the Friday services, he'd have to yell "Death to Satan" and "Death to Israel."
Right, no. Death to the little Satan Israel.
I got you.
Death to the big Satan America. That's it. And no keffiyeh, because, they don't wear keffiyehs in Iran. Those are Persians.
Could he have his fingers crossed when he's yelling that?
Of course.
He could.
He could cross his heart and hope to die. That will insulate him from any backlash.
Do you know where I go to apply for all this?
Absolutely.
You do?
The United Nations, where they've embraced the Iranians. Remember, the Iranians were in charge of the committee that dealt with prejudice throughout the world. Remember, they were in charge for a while.
So he could cross his fingers and his toes while he's yelling this.
Absolutely.
And he gets free tuition.
Sponsoring him will be the former president who spoke at Columbia, Ahmadinejad. I'm in the mood for jihad, who, remember, when he was asked by the students, how do you deal with gays and lesbians in Iran? And he said, we don't have that problem because we don't have gays and lesbians.
Okay, well, he's straight. My son that's in school now, he's got a girlfriend anyway.
Understood.
Do you know if they have sports management as a major at the University of Tehran? Because that's what he studies now.
Soccer, because if they don't beat Iraq in soccer, which has become a surrogate country of theirs, the Iranian Red Guard will come out with the rattan and beat them on the bottom of their feet. He will have more than enough people to manage to try to get them into the European soccer leagues.
I have another very important question.
Oh, my God.
Is there a Hillel on the campus of the University of Tehran?
What do you think?
I don't know. I'm asking.
There's Jews for Palestine, Jews for Hamas, Jews for Hezbollah, and Jews for Iran.
How about Jews for hummus, not Hamas?
Get the hell out of here.